G'day friends, welcome to today's video. It is a very, I can't stress enough, very simple video. Basically, a little bit of a tutorial, but I'm probably not going to explain very much because it's just that simple. It's craft paper on white paper. It's basically illustrating some very simple line art on craft paper and then cutting it out with a little bit of a halo, so a little bit of a border from the line, and then just sticking it down on your paper. So it's part illustration, part collage, but very simple. So I don't know, it's just something that I've been thinking about lately. I wanted to experiment with some minimalism in my art journal. Oh, I know, shock horror. Don't worry though, like don't stress, I still found a way to add excessive details to some of these things, but the idea in itself is very simple. So I think if this is, if you're one of those people out there that's very pressed for time or only gets 10 minutes a day, or if you're on one of these million-day challenges and you just need some something to keep you going and keep you inspired, but to take all of the effort out, or the stress or the pressure, I guess. Don't take the effort out. The effort's important. But yeah, maybe this is something you might want to try. I don't know. I just love it. I love it with craft, but I feel like it'd look really great with pastels as well. If you're someone out there that loves neon colors, I could see this working for you as well. Maybe adding, I wouldn't know if I'd go more than 3, because then I think it looks like you're starting to actually create a piece, like a colored image. I find that 3 is probably the max that I would go to, because it would still seem simple to me. But there's no rules. I mean, obviously not, but you can do whatever you want. I'm just putting the inspo out there. If you want to take it, you're more than welcome to take it. As always, please tag me on social media, because I love to share the like button on everything that you do. And today, I'm actually going to talk about something really hilarious. I was prepping for MerMay. I don't know if you know this, but I'm going to do MerMay, right? I think this is my official statement. I've already put it on Instagram, so I consider this my press release. I am putting myself out there into the internet again, committing myself, making myself publicly available for all of your accountability. You'll all be my accountability buddies. I'm doing MerMay. Now, I haven't done MerMay before. Last year was the first time I actually successfully started and completed Inktober. And this year, I just didn't know if I would do it again, because, you know, regardless of how you do it, it's still 31 illustrations or 31 pieces or 31 somethings of a monthly challenge, and it's hard enough just to do it, but to also make the videos for it and to document the entire process. And then last year I made the book on top of that. It was a lot. It was also Halloween that time last year, so we did the Halloween series, so I had an extra 7 videos go up as a part of that series. That was a lit month for videos, and I really enjoyed it, because it was very engaging for a lot of people. And I don't know, I felt like a lot of people were really into it and very inspired to push forward in their own creativity, because I kind of feel like creative people are drawn to each other, but I also feel like you feed off each other's energy. So if you see a lot of people committing to something, you kind of feel left off the bandwagon, or you start to feel very guilty that everyone else is doing the most, and you're kind of sitting there twiddling your thumbs thinking about doing it. So I found that to be a very interesting journey for everybody, and I really enjoyed it. But let's be honest, like, let's spill the tea. It was so difficult to orchestrate. and I forgive myself for not wanting to do it again, but I also, Inktober was about ink, right? So I only did everything I did with the ink, and it was a big exploration into that one medium. So it was very focused, very concentrated on that idea of me growing confidence with just like leaping into my illustrations without any kind of underdrawing, and just committing to the ink, figuring out how that worked, figuring out what I liked doing with it. And it was very good for that. It was very beneficial for that learning process. Now, here's the thing about MerMay. The more I got to thinking about it, the more I got thinking, it's just kind of open, right? Like, there's no real rules to it. You can follow a prompts list, but we all know that I don't love following prompts lists. Sometimes I make them, but I don't follow them. I'll make them for you guys if you feel like you really want them. I haven't had too much requests for a MerMay prompts list, so to be honest, I haven't really thought about it. Maybe I'll release one on May 1st and pretend like I had it planned all along, but my guess is I probably won't. See, that's the best thing about not ever saying that you're going to do something. You never have to be responsible for it. So anyway, I I thought to myself, it's very, very open. And I'm someone that kind of thrives in that pressure cooker. I like to be given boundaries. I like to know what my parameters are, and then I kind of figure it all out. I think I kind of work better like that. It feels more safe and controlled to me. What's that saying about my personality? I don't know. I'll let you be the judge. But yeah, the idea of mermaid being so open, the only thing you had to do is create mermaids every day. I'm like, well, that shouldn't be a problem, because technically I've done it since I was 3 years old, but it is kind of scary for me because I could do anything, right? I could collage something, I could paint something, I could illustrate something, I could photocopy something, like it could be anything. And then I started thinking, oh no, it's going to be everything. If you tell me that everything's open and just to go nuts, chances are I probably will. So that's my thought process behind it. That's why I'm kind of like, I'm committing to it. I'm definitely just going to give it my absolute everything. But my tagline from Mermay 2018 is JLB Creative, Mermay, results may vary. I think that is the most appropriate thing I could come up with in kind of like my feelings on it, my thoughts about it. Like, it's literally the results may vary. I could try something and completely fail at it because it'd be the first time I'm trying it on camera, or the first time I'm trying it at all, to be honest. I've got a bunch of ideas in my head, but I don't really want the pressure of sitting down. Not even the pressure. I don't want to waste time trying to figure out how to do it perfectly just to bring it to YouTube as a part of a 31-day challenge. I just want to do it. Like, if I fail, I fail. You can watch that. If I want to redo something, I'll redo something, but I'll show you why I wanted to redo it, or I'll explain why. Like, I think I just need to be a bit more realistic about it. Last year I was throwing out pieces left and right because I felt like they just weren't good enough to be included in that whole Inktober series. And, you know, whilst I only kind of eliminated maybe, I want to say I got rid of 8, I ripped up a bunch too. I was very irritated that day. Look, I got rid of a ton. In terms of like, if I'm throwing away like 10 or 11 pieces and the challenge itself calls for 31 pieces, like a third of the work I was just kind of like not even impressed with. So I don't want to enter into May and be discouraged by, you know, an off day. I don't want to, you know, have my hand not warmed up and accidentally draw some, you know, random odd lines that want to go on their own journey without me. I don't want to worry about that. I don't want to stress about it. So I'm going to give it my absolute all. You are all my accountability buddies. If you see me falling off the bandwagon, you are more than welcome to jump on and let me know. But I feel pretty confident in myself, especially having done Inktober. I know what I'm in for, and I know what I'm capable of. I know what I can achieve. I love watching people do all these challenges. So many people are on this 100-day challenge and doing so well. It's very, very inspiring. I'll give you a side note though. I get way too invested. Like, so I'm inviting you all to be my accountability, right? I literally sometimes think I need to like tell people off for not failing, but for jumping off the challenge. Like, I get really angry. I'm like one of those stage mums off to the side being like, why did you do that? Like, all that effort. I'm Tyra Banks yelling at that girl, telling her that she doesn't know where I come from. We were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. That's exactly how I feel about the challenges. So I'm going to leave it there. Hope you enjoyed the non-tutorial tutorial. Bye.
Let me love you now. Yeah, you're